Right. Oh, it's not an easy job to do, you know. Ow. Let me finish the job and then we can watch it. How about that? Cigarettes cost £1.65 for a packet of 20 in Britain in the year 1990. The tax on a packet of fags was approximately £1.20. By the year 2000 AD, the price of a packet of cigarettes had risen to about £4. £3.8 of the cost given to the taxman, hopefully to pay for the National Health Service, I wish. Only 20% of people living in the United Kingdom still smoke cigarettes. Approximately 12 million smokers. 2003, and cigarettes now have to carry a 30% written health warning on the front of every packet of cigarettes. Cigarettes cause fatal cancer. A cigarette kills you, etc. Words to that effect. A Chinese pharmacist, Hon Lik, invented the modern electronic e-cig in the same year. They were first released in China in 2004. In the year 2005, the government introduced new tobacco regulations, making it illegal to advertise any cigarette product or tobacco at a sporting event, such as motor racing, the Olympic Games, cricket, tennis, darts, or football matches. In June 2006, smoking in any public establishment was banned in Quebec and Ontario in Canada. The same laws were introduced to Queensland, Australia in July, and in December the government enforced the law nationwide. Electronic cigarettes, e-cigs, first arrived onto the European and UK markets in 2006. They were not sold in America until 2007. According to the Office for National Statistics, there were 155,500 deaths from cancer in Britain in the year 2006. Compare that to the 1950s, 18,318 deaths from cancer, 137,180 more fatalities than 50 years ago. That's an increase of over 650%. And yet the number of smokers has fallen from 50% to 19% of the UK population. Ow. Cigarettes cost about £5 for a packet of 20 in 2007. Remember, by this time wages had increased a hell of a lot over the years. £200 to £300 per week for the average common worker, roughly, in the UK. The government introduced tough new tobacco legislation, making it illegal to smoke on any public transport, from buses and trains to aeroplanes and taxicabs. Smoking in pubs, clubs, restaurants, hotels, theatres, cinemas, art galleries, museums, cafes, casinos, shops, God, I need a cigarette, holiday villas and resorts or any other public places was also banned. By the morning of the very next day, no smoking signs were displayed in every window of every office in Britain, on the front of every school gate and university, on the walls of every hall of every block of council flats, and on the doors of every pub. Also in 2007, the age of consent for smoking was raised from 16 to 18. At least 10,000 pubs closed in 1 year, an average of 25 per week. Approximately 50 pubs in Britain have closed in the past 10 years alone. In the year 2008, the government passed another law making it compulsory to display pictorial health warnings on every packet of cigarettes and tobacco. Usually some poor guy with a big red tumour on his neck, a cancer-infected lung, or a corpse in a mortuary, as well as the standard text messages such as smoking causes fetal injury and premature birth, cigarettes cause cancer, smoking kills. These photographic warnings usually covered about 25% of the cigarette carton or tobacco pouch, and the text covered another 20%. Australia banned the use of any electronic cigarette that contains nicotine in 2009. 2010 saw the introduction of more government legislation, making it illegal to display tobacco products in the cigarette kiosks of shops, superstores and newsagents. The size of pictorial health warnings was also increased to about 40% of the cigarette carton or tobacco pouch. Many more people had quit smoking by this time, and only 17% of Britons still smoke cigarettes. Approximately 7.2 million smokers. Official statistics vary from 17% to 19%, depending on available data. A few councils in Britain have even gone so far as to ban cigarette smoking in their town centres, with some smokers having to pay an £80 on-the-spot fine for dropping a fag butt. Cigarette vending machines were banned from pubs, clubs, restaurants and every other establishment in Britain in the year 2011. Government statistics showed that 11% of children who regularly smoke were buying the cigarettes from vending machines. Where did the other 89% get their cigarettes? Probably from their daddy's jacket pocket, mummy's handbag, or the back pocket of your big brother's torn blue denim jeans. Personally, I worked in a family newsagent when I was 14, Barry and Sheila Knowles, selling evening newspapers in an old ramshackle, pale blue wooden kiosk for a couple of hours at the gates of the local British Aerospace factory in Hatfield, after school from Monday to Friday. By the time I was 15 years old, I was serving behind the counter every Saturday and Sunday morning, looking after the shop. Sheila would bring me toast and a mug of coffee for my breakfast, and my boss Barry and I would close newsagent at noon. I must admit, although I never stole a penny from my employers, the petrol garage is another story, or maybe the occasional penny sweet, I did put a few quid notes into the till under the counter, so to speak, to pay for the occasional pornographic magazine, Fiesta and Knave usually. Straight porn, I admit. We had no gay magazines on the shelves, just like most newsagents in the year 2017, hiding them between the covers of the News of the World newspaper. To be absolutely honest, from the age of 14 until after we left school at 17, me and my best mate Andy were wanking each other off most evenings of the week. Come to think of it, he was smoking cigarettes before we met. I was 15 or 16 when I bought my first packet of cigarettes in 1982, although I probably had the occasional puff or two of Andy's fag once or twice before then. A packet of 10 cigarettes only cost about 45 pence at the time, a billion fags ago. I used to put cash into the till at work and stash a packet of cigarettes into my jacket pocket. In the evening I would go for a long walk and a lovely refreshing smoke. I think I must have tried every brand of cigarettes in the newsagent for the next 2 years. From Woodbines, Players No. 6, Benson and Hedges, JPS, Consulate, Moores and Cigarellos, cigar tobacco rolled in cigarette paper, to Hamlet, King Edward and Winston cigars. In the year 2011, smoking was banned from Central Park in New York City in the USA, which is probably one of the most polluted cities in the whole world, with millions of cars pumping out carbon monoxide into the atmosphere every second of every day and night. By 2012, the use of e-cigarettes was about 70,000 vapors in the United Kingdom, rising to 2.5 million in the year 2015.